Welcome back. We're here to do the super chats. Yes, the twin flame update is coming. It is recorded and it will be released tonight. What we're doing is shifting it up a little bit because I have noticed when we are joining both the twin flame live and then there's super chats, I don't want to discount the fact that the super chats can tend to add an extra hour, sometimes 2 hours onto that video. So what I'm doing is launching them very separately and giving an offer that we can do the super chats very separately. Now, they are going to be scheduled each week very separately. If you do want a private super chat, hi, Dal, we are hosting them via the Members Hub. And that's so that if you have a private question, you're actually to do that quite hidden, and we are going to be scheduling them. You'll see them in the community tab, but you won't be able to join them unless you become a member. But it is something of an advantage where if you do have a very private question and don't want to feel judged or anything like that, you can actually get that through the members now. So happy Easter all. How are we doing? I already have about 3 super chats in. So we're going to get into it. Oh, bloody heck. Live. My daughter's messaging me. Happy Easter. Call you back. She's like, where's my egg, Mum? Did anyone see the images of the... Oh, I'll have to show you. I went down a rampage of making Easter eggs. I don't know why I bothered. But I thought I'd give it a go. Giggle joined me for a bit. And we ended up making a 3-kilo Easter egg. I don't know what that is in pounds. I think it's about 6.61 pounds for an egg. And so they were quite large. I'll try. And then I started seeing hearts everywhere. So this is one of the eggs. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, that's her one. She's like, and she didn't grasp the concept of how big it was till she saw the toaster. And she went, heck. So it's a pretty big egg. And so I think I made about 9 all up. And there's one that is a bowl and it's got... what would you call it? Eggs inside it, which my nephew made. So we've done those. And the middle one is a half egg shell. It's about half the size of the big 3-kilo egg. And so they're coming to collect them today. Doing an Easter egg hunt with my nephew. And I'm sure the adult big kids will do that. You know, they'll be like, okay, we're down for it. Anyway. Yeah, it was a big egg. So one side's chocolate. The other side I swirled white chocolate through, poured the milk chocolate into the other to give it the swirl effect, the marble effect. So, yeah, it is pretty big. And honestly, I'm telling you, this Taurus energy, I am so tired of eating. Okay? I'm sick of eating. Yeah, and when you do cook, you always eat more. It's like there's a little bit here, a little bit there, and then you kind of feel really off. So Venus at the moment is in Taurus till the 11th, and then it moves to Gemini, and then we may, the eating to extremes is there because of the energy coming from the pending eclipse. Yeah, trying to keep you cool. Emotional eating, drinking, and thinking is going to come up. Anxiousness is there as well because it's Uranus energy, so it is going to be pretty nervous. But if I have to look at another egg again, it's always like Christmas. You get to Christmas, there's all that organising, and then you're like, I just honestly just want to pack the tray out. Same principle. We just want to get on with it, right? So I hope you're enjoying your Easter. We will get into Kerry and see what's coming up for her during this wonderful Easter transition. And feel free to jump in, whoever wants a super chat. We must have some fires. I can hear the fire brigade. What do we have here, Kerry? You're very focused at the moment. You're trying to keep in balance. You could be making a decision to do with love, but I think it's more you're trying to stay in harmony with it. You do want justice. Okay, so you're wanting justice at the moment. Yeah, I agree, Dawn. It's like, I think it was Yarn. She put a post up and I know what she's got in her chart. I said it to her the other day. It's not just Libra, what's your rising? Let me look at that, because your energy at the moment is coming through your rising. And when she told me, I said, that makes sense. And she's been going through the, eating things, and it's not working for the hips right now. It's like, I just need to get back to normal. Okay, so Carrie, there's big changes here, but the universe is asking you to trust your crown chakra. So a lot of creative ideas can be coming through, a lot of spiritual ideas. You also could be, putting a brave face on, socializing, being connected, but really you're trying to keep balanced. Some of the social experiences you have may actually give you that at the moment. I'm hearing keeping it simple, trying to keep things simple. You thought that at the moment, you can feel as though you're trying to have the courage to move forward, but in the mix of things, you've had some left turns, right turns, and you've had to change your approach. You're where you didn't think you would be, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. But you did have the courage to actually step forward, make changes, during times where maybe the connections weren't there, okay? And that can be a direct connection. It can be a romantic connection. It's very self-focused at this point in time. Having the courage to do things differently. There are people that are quite interested in you, but you're sort of clearing your space. You're keeping things simple. You're trying to cross the T's and dot the I's. You are thinking about a person of the past. You'd be open to it providing there is a transformation within them. But you're very focused on your ambitions, okay? You're very focused on your goals and your ambitions. I also feel you feel something's hidden from you. You feel that some sort of information surrounding this individual is hidden from you. I don't know why I get a lot of road trips. There's going to be a lot of back and forwards. But somebody who was hiding is coming out into the woodworks, okay? And I feel this is in relation to love. This could be bumping into them. It could be hearing gossip, but I feel it's more they're coming out of the woodwork. So, yes, it could be, in fact, that you do directly hear some gossip about an individual this month moving into next month. And they're making mention of this month into next month. Individuals are having opinions about this person. You're hot. Some people maybe had hidden their opinions about it and it's coming out into the light. You're just watching, people. You're listening. There can be a surprise surrounding love. This does feel a surprise. I can feel a lot of people around you, but I feel like some information that's coming out, it's going to surprise you, and it's something in relation to a previous connection. I feel something is about to go pear-shaped with that person's life and something they are dealing with. And there can be a surprise revelation of a split of maybe their life they could be leaving a job, they could be leaving a connection, but it feels something quite quickly is coming out. And the other thing you are thinking is they may be hiding at this point in time through shame, but I do think there is an opportunity for this person to turn their life around. But whatever it is, I do feel it does happen very quickly. Okay. You overall are looking at a contract. It doesn't have to be a work contract. This can be, looking at a different way to generate some finances. I do feel you're looking at contracts. There could be a bit of paperwork that you're going through, have faith in yourself, because I do feel if you are having a bit of a break, it is going to help you recharge to tackle it. And I think you're going to be very organized, even if this means burning the candle at both ends. Whatever these changes are, be very careful of your mindset, because I'm noticing through the crown chakra of the 5, it does require you to believe in the changes are possible for it to actually manifest. But I think it's very positive overall, and I do feel you're quite protected. You may need to be careful. You could get a bit hot-headed with maybe the way people are projecting, if they do get that way this month. So just be careful of A, not burning out, and B, not, not losing your cool if need be. Was there? Yes. I'll get the name. That is Giggle. There's 2. There's lots coming in. Let me check. Yeah, always when you guys get PayPals, come back and actually comment on the video, because I can't always jump into all the payment streams that you guys have. You need to come back and actually comment on the actual video so we can keep track of you and really ask your question, especially if you can't be here. Yeah, so it's DONOVAN. Okay. So who do we have next? So if you're not here in the house, I couldn't really see the message. It wasn't coming up. I'll see what comes up for you. Well, I've done Kerry's. So we now have Donovan. Let's see what comes out in your energy. Hey, how you doing, Elma? I've been thinking about you. How's life transitioning, doll? Are you looking after yourself? You still in the same house, or have you moved? I miss Elma's kitchen window. It's really nice. It was felt very ambient with our chats. Okay, so Donovan. Donovan, straight off the bat, I get this vibe that you have a creative process going through. And the creativity, you do have a lot of, what I'm feeling is there's a lot of balls in the air. You're trying to be patient with this, but I do feel you're going to be very busy. Whatever you're working through, it feels like there's this wave and that, you're trying to dive under it to get to the top. But there feels that there was a hurdle for a while. There feels like there was something that you had to let go of. This could have been subconsciously or emotionally. There was a bit of healing that you went through. But I'm getting the 10 of Swords is going to the past. So whatever you're currently dealing with, this pressure point, it is going to alleviate itself. I feel you're also wanting people to appreciate you for, the things that you do, the energy and effort that you put in. You want the same back. You could be helping somebody also. This could be a friend, a family member, it could be a child, but it feels there's somebody in the mix of your circle at the moment that you're aiding in some shape or form. You're arguing with your heart, and you are going into the unconditional, but you're arguing with your heart about what way to go. I just keep seeing this metaphor of a wave, and it feels if you are going through a hard time, you're going to come up trumps, you're going to come up on top. But there seems to be some things that you're tidying up, neatening up, putting in compartmentalization. It feels a little bit messy, but it's a little bit like we say, Organized chaos, I think it is. It feels like it's there for a reason, but you're definitely getting the star card with anything directly that you've asked for. So they are showing that there could be some sense of a challenge here that you're addressing, but they're saying don't give up, because you're actually going to come to the other side of this. And I do feel you're going to get the outcome you desire. There could be a bit of heart angst here. Apprehension, nervousness to do with new beginnings and any changes that you feel are impossible to occur. But I do feel you're making the impossible occur. And I also feel somebody is giving you a leg up, a hand. I'm also feeling somebody on the other side is supporting you with this. And I definitely feel any challenges you're going through are not going to remain, okay? So just try and take the pressure off you, so that you can get to the other side of this, because I feel whatever your goal is, whatever your big question is, I think it's saying yes, but I definitely feel in the mix of it, you're going to have faith in yourself. You're going to have to get to a space that you understand you can have a good outcome. I don't know why I'm hearing be careful of pregnancies. It could be that somebody announces that they're pregnant, but I also feel that there also could be a circumstance that is going on surrounding tribe. Look, definitely from a romantic point of view, I see this to be a very positive thing. Even if you are dealing with some challenges, it's saying continue. If this is a work-related dynamic, the same applies. Trust your instincts, whatever it be. Because if this is you looking at your career, again, I just feel you're really adequately able to do what you need to do. I do see some blessings coming your way. And they're saying to you, don't second guess yourself. Don't personalize anything that naysayers are saying, because you're going to be able to achieve your dreams. And I think it's very positive. It's not to say you're not going to have challenges, okay? Because I do feel there are going to be some challenges, but I really feel you're equipped to handle it. A bit challenging, get grounded, try to be patient with yourself, but know that you're going to be, the key is in the heart, okay? The key is in the heart. Welcome, new member. Okay, who do we have? How are we all doing this morning? Evening, wherever you are. Elma. Sorry, still in the same house. Yes, I keep picturing that kitchen window. I love that window, Elma. We used to have such candid chats, didn't we, girl? So are we all ready for that eclipse, or are we going? I know, I'm like, oh, just come on, let's swim through this wave. Let's swim through it. Okay, who we got next? Giggle. Do you want me to leave yours till the end, Giggle? Are you ready for it? Or should we just go through them and then we can deal with yours and you can jump under a rock? How do you want to play it, girl? Hi, Tracy. How are you? He's cooking something. Should have seen me this morning. I had 2 bowls of mandarins, and because I trimmed the tree and it was overdosing with fruit. It's like this tree is not going to produce if I don't cut it off. Oh, really? It is. It's like that, isn't it? And so I juiced 2 massive bowls of mandarins, which mandarins are very tiny. Chopping them is a bit arduous. And I'm going to make cordial. I'm not wasting them. I'll make cordial. Yeah, I'm kind of gauging my intuition there. So we've got Dawn. I think we'll do that, to be fair to poor Giggle Glimmer. And then she can actually enjoy her reading. Okay, let's see, Dawn. What do we got for yours? Should we look, Dawn? 2 a.m. Girl, what are you doing up? Most of us aren't going to be able to sleep. So are we enjoying Easter? Mr. Sunshine called after you and I hung up. Yeah, I did say, I said, just go with it. Go with it. You know, it's almost like, that sounds like a great idea. And they'll be like, I don't know about this, hey? Dawn, this cracks me up. I told you, just allow. You don't, something that is true, you never have to force. It will naturally unfold. We can tell truthful things to each other, but you got the twin flame card. Mirrored soul. That person's tuning into you at the moment, the trip, how it would feel, what that dream was. Is this my dream? What way am I going? Now, I'm very daydreaming, very stressed at the moment. Don't stress. You're picking up on their energy, okay? Yeah, in the heart of hearts, they're going, is this it? It's a bit like when you get married and you sit on the couch and then you're like, is this it? That's not a good sign. Let me FYI you. If you're having that feeling, that's not healthy. If you, it's like if you were to get married and then go, okay, the party's over, and then you're looking at each other and going, is this it? That's a bad sign. That's not a good sign. So this person is thinking about partnerships, thinking about connections, feels very anxious and nervous. Yeah, it's like thinking about some of the things that you told them as well. That was a bit, you know, they're thinking, wow, you know, that's not nice. That's not great. It's a, I'm hearing a poor dawn energy coming through with this. Oh, thanks for joining us, Elma. Okay. So definitely there is this change here. This person's thinking about their power and they're like, I've really got to do something to change course here. I really have to. You know, I'm the masculine. I need to be more accountable. I need to address what I'm doing. They are putting pressure on themselves. But they already know what they want to do. They just haven't exited stage. They do know that the karmic is very jealous of you, even if you have been like a bystander, so to speak. You like, they are very jealous and insecure. Even you not being there, there is some angst of jealousy. And again, I did say to you, after hearing what went down with your friend, I do directly feel they're kind of now looking at the karmic like that. So very calm, very relaxed and supporting. It's going to win the race. Yeah, so meanwhile, if you're being loving and supporting and a situation they're directly in is more karmic in nature, they're seeing the juxtaposition and what feels nice. Do we want to hang out with, you know, a bunch of moody, horrible, anxious, angry individuals in life forever? Probably not. Or do we want to handle people that are more lifting us up? Not always agreeing. So they're seeing the difference, okay? They're seeing the difference, and it's giving them the courage to then go, I see the difference. I'm having the courage. And I do feel their communication style is going to become lighter and lighter. And I do feel there's going to be a way to break through that wall, okay? Because there has been a wall of late, and I feel this wall is kind of coming down. And they're seeing the mirror involved in it, and they are going to move through a more heart-centered way of communicating with you. I hope that lands, Dawn. They're turning up as the king. They're looking at their past, and they're feeling that they felt under pressure, and they might have taken off on you. Again, the birthday party. You watch out for that karmic's birthday party, girl. The insecurity and the jealousy, the pop-off that I said to you I saw, the birthday has come up yet again. Okay. Who do we have next? That's frying. He's frying something. I should say, where's mine? What did I have for Easter brekkie? Protein shake. After cooking all that chocolate, I've had one hot cross bun, and that was ages ago. It's about the only thing that's sacred in this house because he doesn't eat them. It's like, oh, I'll have that. In my house growing up, geez, everyone would get to them before I would. So we have Leo next. This is interesting. You're like, am I on the right path? Yeah, I'm down for it. I always add a pinch of coffee. I'm right about now. I think we all need caffeine to keep us going. Not that I think through the transits that's a positive thing. Near the eclipses, try to reduce it a little bit because your anxious energy was really going to pop off for everyone. And so extra caffeine beverages that are what we would deem as pacifiers in society, they're going to get on your nerves a bit more. Even though we might be seeking those things to cope, it's probably better to go, if we have to find things to cope, maybe the solution is to drop something so we don't have to cope temporarily, not carrying it. You know what I mean? So, Leo next, we have your sacred path. You are, but again, remember the analogy I used to use years ago of, we do personalize everything. It doesn't mean that in a moment, if you are having a circumstance play out, you aren't within your right to stand up for yourself and say, you can empathize with the person's situation. And I'm speaking in code because you did message me, so I know the context of what this is about. And you then saying, I empathize and understand to do with your circumstance, but again, it would have been nice for a PDF. Does that make sense? And then you're sticking up for yourself. You're not waiting for a response. You're merely making a statement of saying, hey, that was uncalled for. Do you get what I'm saying? So you still can say, dude, that ain't cool. That is not cool. But as for your path, you're going, I finally decide. And that was one thing that came through in the ethers with this week's reads coming out, next week's reads, volume 3, that we have set course. And I think it's really happening here. It's like we've made radical decisions about what we want. But nothing yet is completely set in stone. And we're going, well, why is that? You've got to stay true with that belief. Manifestation is going, okay, I'm like the Fool card in tarot. I'm taking a leap of faith. I'm moving forward. I know what I want. It doesn't mean because you don't get the merit award through the circumstance that you automatically go, well, maybe I'm on the wrong path. No, it's not to do with have you done anything wrong. It's I know where I'm going. You may need to work it out. I know where I'm going. I know what I want. And I am so blessed and grateful that I have that personal clarity in my life. And just sticking true to it. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so we have the spiritual path here that's moving forward. Yeah, you're like, am I being manipulated? Am I going to have this happy outcome? Am I going to have this happy outcome? You feel it's cruel. You're like, is this person going to show up? I do feel there's a show up. Okay. I would say I do feel there's a show up. There's a slight delay. It's like a flight delay. Hi, Dale. Yeah, you're trying to be patient. You're like, I'm trying to be unconditional here. It doesn't mean anything, Erica. It's like, let go of that, because what does that intuition do? Can I feel you? At a point in ascension, look, certain channels talk about it, but, there's sometimes we have to live these things to be able to know they happen, okay? So there are points in your journey, even if it was just from a psychic medium point of view, there's points where the only energy you will get is from outside of you. Then as you're moving through your ascension, it will come from the collective. It will come from other people. It will come from karmics. It will come from twins. And it's everywhere. And then we have to have that huge self-awareness of who we are and what our vibe is day in, day out to pick up on that. When it goes quiet, the person's very thready. It can be that they're not thinking, they have no time to think, and they're getting things done. Other times, it could be paperwork, it could be cleaning, sorting, and no time to rest and think. Then when the anxiousness is there, you will pick up on that channeling. Yeah, look, always mirror how they react. So if there is a short text message, keep it short. You can state, I don't bite. You are welcome to call me if you need to. Keeping it quite neutral. It doesn't mean to say, oh my gosh, if I say something or stand up for myself, it's going to ruin my path. No, not at all. You're always going to be on your path. You can't lose a path that you're destined to be on. Does that make sense? But it does mean you do have to learn. So it's not having a brat attack and saying, look, this made me feel X, Y, and Z, which is very possible this month, and that's for all of us. It's about having the unconditional love for yourself as well and saying, okay, that really upset me. That was odd. Is something wrong? You could text message, or you could sit with it until you hear from the person next and then say, what happened that day? And if they say nothing, well, then say, well, I actually, if you say you're turning up, then you do need to follow through, because that does not work with me. I'm really standing in your truth with that, but I do feel something is shifting you through this, but you're gonna have to have courage. This person is, the courage not to waver and go back to an old belief system you had, an old choice you had, no backup plans, always moving forward, trusting your instincts to do with your choices. Because I feel you wavering at the moment. I feel you questioning who is, who isn't. That always happens when we're second guessing ourselves. When we come back to self and we say, okay, in my heart of hearts, what do I value? Not about what I can get from that person, but what I feel for that person. That is your truth, away from the ego. Okay, so again, if it is a choice between who's showing up, who's not, still go back into the heart space, because it's teaching you something, it's showing you something. I do feel this person turning up though. Okay. Yeah, no backup plan. Backup plan means that they weren't the whole plan. And that's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. So that's why I say, always put yourself in the naughty corner when there's confusion and go, okay, why am I choosing this? Am I choosing this because of something I'm lacking in my life? And that's by no means an insult. It's like a human psyche. Or, is it because I'm really grateful that they're being really nice and really lovely? And it was like, well, is that enough to have a relationship? So just do those checks. Just do those quality checks. And take a moment. Feel no rushing. Not bad. Still see the person turning up. And stay on your course of where you want to go. Don't let it waver you. Don't let it sway you. With all my spare time, I found when I was in separation in life, I always pulled it back into my own cup. And it was like, okay, what have I been putting amiss? Where have I been giving my power away to too many other people? And it was like, right, I poured it into my career. I poured it into my health and my diet and my nutrition. And like I said in the members hub, it was like, I'm definitely buying a baby bottle. And it's so that when I want to pacify, I can just go grab that and go, naughty Yildiz, what are you doing? You're pacifying. Yeah. And then just go, no, I'm taking my power back. I'm going to do this. And just like for once, indulge yourself, indulge in, starting to love the body, starting to love the life, and it can start shifting. Who do we have next? Elma. Guess what? What new chapter's going on with you, girl? You got a new chapter. Okay. Why does this feel so exciting? Have you got a honey? Elma, what is this new chapter? It feels exciting. Okay, we've got a few more and then the super chat's going to be closed. So jump on and grab it or forever hold your peace, because I got a full day. I got cleaning and cooking. So there's a new chapter here. This, Elma, honestly, Lady Luck's around you. It feels really exciting. You had some interesting characters in your life. You might have, look, there could be reflection. There could be, how would I put it? Maybe you did have manipulating characters in your life. Your vibes are really high though, girl. Like it really does feel very high and exciting. You have this new chapter here. I do believe this is around love. I do believe this is very exciting. You might have a bit more than you asked for. Career feels good. Somebody's regretful. You got two individuals here. There's two individuals, Elma. Now, this could be two paths. This could have been two ways this person was. But you got the new chapter. Could it be the ghosts of girlfriend's past coming in? Possibly. But I also get, I don't know, this can merely be you being very reflective of past relationships, how they made you feel. You have some abundance coming from the past. It's almost like somebody suddenly really valuing you, like really missing you. There's definitely someone here that somebody's really, look, they've felt a bit vengeful, and I don't know if you got the revenge body or something. They've felt a bit of revenge here, but it feels like it's going in your favor. These new chapters and the steps you're making, it feels positive. Your whole aura is really raised up. As to old patterns with people where they're being silly, you're not chasing, you're allowing this person to come back to you. And it's on your terms now. Like your foundation is feeling very solid. Your aura is feeling very transformed. Does that make sense? Because these new chapters and these choices, they feel more positive and in alignment to you. And there's two people here, Dale, and I do feel both of these parties are from the past. So you could be directly thinking about somebody, but I feel there's two. One you're going to look at totally differently. It's like, oh, maybe that wasn't deep love. There's something in the mix they're mentioning that it was, you're just looking at it differently. It's like a lesson or a revelation, but it just feels very different. This person is going to have the courage to move towards you. I really have a very positive feeling, but you're moving on your merry way and you're feeling as though you're just being very present in the moment. If you have a connection, it would be absolutely fantastic. And I feel children as well. Now, this could be that this person has children or that is something that eventuates. I do feel a trip this year. This could be a holiday or a getaway. It could be something that is already planned. You have some exciting things coming. Yes, be open to this. It could be happening now, but this person's definitely thinking about you. They could even be looking at you on social media because they're feeling that you've moved forward. They're feeling that you're in a positive vibe. You're living your life. They think you're having your best life. Don't be surprised if you bump into them. There's definitely two though. So have fun with the two and choosing what you feel should come with you in your new chapter. Radical changes. And I definitely see up and up where it comes to money as well. I hope that helped, Elma. Who do we have next? Twin Flame Love Potion. I told you. Because I was like, they're a revenge body. That's how it was feeling. Yeah, it's like, level up. Level up. I'm telling you, pour it into your own cup. Honestly, you feel fabulous after. And you're like, well, of course you should miss me. I got my life together. I would miss me. I would want to hang out with me. I'm a grown woman now, not the inner child. I'm the grown woman. Okay, any messages? Lots going on right now, girl. I would not be surprised with the transits. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of people talking around you. Who are these people, man? You got some noisy people around you. Have you got people coming at you for things? Have you got people whinging? Do you have a full house right now? It seems noisy. Why are they mentioning that? There's some BS going on. Oh, most welcome, Dale. I inboxed you on the website as well. I sent the link to you. Usually it's through the blogs. Okay, so there is twin flame love potions. I don't know. There feels to be a lot of people around. I don't know if it's in your house. I don't know if it's family members. I don't know if it's thoughts about, ticking the boxes and the things that you need to do. But it feels really noisy, really white noisy. It may be that you need to cleanse your house wherever you stay because there's a lot of white noise going on. That's okay, Elma. Okay, you're picking up on energy way too much. Yeah, way too much. You need to cleanse that energy. Your gift can be upgrading as well. And again, it's the nervous frequency. It's picking up on people's vibrations. Yeah, trying to keep you cool. Okay, you're trying to keep you cool. But while you're having this ascension process going on, which is very common, because we become super sensitive to not only a twin flame, the empath will become so vibrationally sensitive to all energy. And the Schumann yesterday was 39. Okay, so I'm not surprised and usually you'll find when they have the reading, which really cracks me up. It's like the reading's at 39. It's like, yeah, but you felt it 3-4 days before. We always know when it's coming when we are living presently. So when you're living presently and you're having this anxious, anger, nervousness, it is that you're picking up on what's coming. You're picking up on the pending energy. It's channeled frequency. So if you were picking up on that in the last week, it's because it's rising. And you're needing some space to get away from people at the moment. If you're having like panic moments about, am I going down the wrong path? Am I safe? Am I protected? You are. It is just a dynamic. There can be a tower that you choose to pull down. Yeah, I was feeling it too. I'm like, go check the Schumann. I knew it was coming. I'm like, that's Schumann, bitch. Collective consciousness. What's happening? We're all raising our vibration. So we're having these awakenings. We're having these light bulb moments. We're having revelations where maybe we just don't believe certain things or that, no, I am going to trust my intuition. I'm going down a particular path. It's what's necessary. And it's the vibrations of humanity shifting at the moment. There is a tower that you're pulling down, but I feel it's one you're choosing to pull down. I feel you're almost instinctually going, okay, I need to tweak something. I need to address it. But I do feel this is power. This is your power, right? Do I feel as you're clearing the deck of things, you're moving towards your destiny? I do. Are you wanting to move? Okay, that's the last one for today. Because I'm going to go and enjoy my Easter. And my daughter's called me about 20 times. Family. It's a moment like, oh, I know. Yeah, it's a great day, right? Yeah. Okay. What would you like to know? Okay, because the vibe I'm getting is you do have a week of maybe some challenges and hurdles. One thing I will say is there is something coming in the romantic connection. I don't think that's the problem at this point. I think it's some things going on your side of the fence that feel very overwhelming. Not moving house, moving job, or leaving job on stress leave. Yeah, because it feels like you're like, okay, this is the tower, right? The tower can be water's working, water's not. Mercury's moving retrograde. The eclipse is in Aries. Know where those things are. Go and have a look at your zodiac sign and it'll tell you where those situational shifts are and how you can take the control of it. Because there is going to be a new chapter. It's at the 29-degree point, and it's a huge shift for all of us collectively. So in the tension vibe, sometimes what it can mean is you can do the same job you're currently doing, but you're going to have to tweak it. You're going to have to adjust it. It's like an audit, especially because Mercury isn't a Venus sign. It's in a Venusian sign. It says their money there. How are you dealing with your finances? How are you dealing with the value of what you're offering versus what you're getting? And how can you, get your ducks in a row and do two things? And I do feel a lot of people this year are going to be doing two things. I don't think they're going to be safe in one thing. It's going to be multitasking. And you are going to feel split. So if you are tuning into what the best course of action would be, it may be a time where you need to sit with it during Mercury retrograde. But, if you're hating your job, apply. Put resumes out, get the ball rolling. Mercury will bring that frequency back to you quicker so that you'll have more opportunities, and then you don't have to embody a toxic environment that just doesn't resonate with you. Because I do see you do have the power, but you're going to have to make a step. You're going to have to go, look, I just accept what I need to do. I'm going to have the strength to make these choices. The power is on my side. I'm just going to have to, before I pull the tower down, put those resumes out, make the steps, and then I can drop this baggage. All right? Okay. Okay, after this, I'm not taking any more. It's closed. Closed. It's Easter. My family going to kill me. I do feel so, yes, but I do feel there's a pressure point coming. And I think, it's really funny. I do tend to find that in the past, when you are in alignment, things flow when you're moving forward. When we're stagnating and choosing not to deal with certain personal circumstances in our life, it stagnates. But as soon as you step up and you go, right, this has been a burden for a while, this has been a block for a while, and we directly address it, something in the path directly starts flowing. So there's always tends to be a blockage. Tracy, who am I doing next? Did you put two in? Don Scorpio 888, or are you talking about your reading? That's okay. It doesn't feel bad though, Twin Flame Life Potions. It just feels you have some challenges this week. Where it comes to love interest, that felt more towards the end of the week, or could be towards the end of the month, because it was the last three cards. It felt very smooth. But as to the rest, that it's on your side. Okay, so before we go any further, I'll just answer this question. Don Scorpio 888, are you talking about a second super chat, or did you already, the one that you had paid for? Which one is it? A second? Just put 2ND. And then I'll move on to the others. Who do we have next? Tracy. I'm multitasking, Tracy. Nothing Pacific. Okay, we'll see what's coming up. We'll see. Do you have a grandmother that passed over? Oh, grandmother energy around you. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so just add to the bottom of the list. All good, doll. It's all good. Okay, so Tracy. Yeah, grandmother energy. She's tuning into you. She's thinking about you. I'm seeing flowers. I don't know what the flowers are. Purple flowers. Could have been her garden once upon a time, a memory. Especially when they have dementia, they're in two realms. They tend to be in two realms. She's very nostalgic. She's making reference to her garden. Something to do with her garden. Purple flowers. Oh, good giggle. Okay, so we have for you. There are some changes that you're going through. I think you're, look, do I think you're making some personal major decisions? Yes. You're doing things quietly. You're reflecting upon life. You're reflecting upon where you are going. Now, we've got the Hermit card in reverse, and I feel you're giving yourself a little bit of time to make some personal choices. And I feel they're personal choices. It could be reflection to do with the past, but I feel it's personal choices. Some of these are very good choices. Some of these can be contractual related. This also can be relating to a relationship. There is a relationship energy here. When it does come in, if you're not currently in one already, it does feel it's going to move very quickly. I just get blast from the past. There is, it's, how do I put it? It's a little bit like going, oh my God, Mercury retrograde. Okay, it's in a Venus sign. Oh, great, we're going to hear from blast from the past. Your reading is oozing that. You literally have 3 cards that are showing X's. This could be, it feels like a person from the past. It feels like there could be some paperwork in relation to that. So how could that play out? It could be that you're bumping into them and they're making an apology. It could have been paperwork in relation to a previous connection. There definitely is 2 contracts, as per se, are looking positive. I don't think it looks negative, but I do feel you're about ready to start a new chapter. You just don't completely know what it's going to look like. Does that make sense? But when it does, it's moving quick. It's moving very quickly. But you're going to have courage to address it. But there is something old that is coming in. Look, it could be 2 direct individuals. One may have intimately betrayed you. One was a separation. I'm seeing paperwork, but I'm seeing after this, it feels positive. It just feels it could be, yeah, it's like you are going to get the star card, but it's like closing off some sort of an old ending, psychologically or physically. There is a closing of a gate. I don't think you're closing a gate you don't want to. I think this is something that you're just completely over. And as you do that, this door is opening and it's giving you the star card. You're apprehensive. You feel maybe a little bit ill prepared, but they're saying, no, you actually, you are able to address this. It's by going through the emotions or paperwork. I don't know why they keep mentioning paperwork. That door is actually physically opening and there is a brand new chapter coming. And they're also saying to keep your vibration very positive because you are going to get your star card. But you could be physically feeling, oh gosh, what's waiting around the corner? Does that make sense? So they're saying keep your energy positive. Don't look at it negatively. If you're thinking something is really bad, don't want to go in where angels fear to tread. That's your confirmation. Do you get what I'm saying? So just really trust your instincts. But I definitely do see that you're ready for the star. And an old situation you're coming to terms with that was maybe just a toxic chapter. That's where you're at. That's what the cards show. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's because we're healing. Aries and Chiron's there, the eclipses in Aries and Jupiter's there. So it's making it all bigger, but it's so that we can go, okay, what is this showing us? Is this showing us an old wound? Is that wound defining us? Is that wound preventing us from believing that we're going to have a new chapter? Move through it. It's up in our face right now. So it's like we're eating poo-poo and it's not so fun. I hope that makes sense. But just, do some heart chakra clearing. Get sleep, do an aura upgrade, and place some tourmaline around your home. That's what I've been prepping for the eclipse. So I've been pretty much like clearing the home, drinking fluid, and that's what's going to kind of win the race. AA. 3 cards for AA. Oh, gosh. Okay. Spiritual ceremony going on. Faith and belief. You're having to have courage at the moment. That's okay, Tracy. Trying to have courage. Look, you could be, I'm hearing take me to church, okay? I don't know whether you are going to a sermon or a service or you're doing your spirituality differently these days, but you're going into the faith sign. This could also be something to do with your belief systems, maybe second guessing yourself and feeling that you won't be accepted or loved for your belief systems. You're also trying to have faith in yourself, even though there can be some circumstances that are making you very nervous at this point in time. There is a brand new chapter. In your heart of hearts, you're not feeling, how would I say, you're not feeling as stable. Like, what can you depend on? You're looking around for it. And there can be this anxiety that, you know, moving forward, there's going to be some instability. And I think you're protecting your heart at this point. You're like, okay, am I venturing down my spiritual path on my own? Or in fact, is this cycle wrapping up and I'm actually going to, you know, be able to place myself as a priority and have that stability and have love coming in? I do feel there's some changes of plans coming. I think you're, some of this can be coming up in a pressure point. So you're going back into your spiritual value system and you're saying, okay, with some of the choices that I'm making moving forward, if my map changes in my life, is that going to fit in? And so it's almost like you're pre-planning your life before those doors have opened. Sometimes we have to do that due to circumstances, but there's a particular energy involved. This could be a physical relationship where you're feeling, would they be accepting of this? Is this going to be okay? So I do get a big question mark. When you're comfortable, you will make that decision. But at this point in time, you're on the fence. I hope that makes sense. I also feel you can be bumping into somebody at a spiritual place. You could be hearing about them, bumping into them. They can also start to come into your dreams in the next 3 weeks. So, yeah, spiritual downloads. Have fun with that. That will be interesting. Good time to get the crystals in your house. I feel it's powerful. I don't feel it's negative. It feels positive. I do feel you're going to make some decisions, but I feel at the moment you're apprehensive to make those decisions. KM. What do we have for you? How are you today? Any plans? Do you have cooking? Do you have family coming over? Are you having a quiet one? Yeah, so the twin flame video will be out tonight. Members, you guys will get yours. You might have already got them. They're short and sweet due to Easter. But the next one, I have actually said I'll put a community post up and I'll get you for the masculine, feminine, and karmic. For all of you, if you have a direct question that you want me to check into, I'll get a voting tally and see what the most dominant questions are, and I'll integrate them into the reading for volume 4. So I'll put a community post up after, and feel free over the next week to tune into some of those burning questions that you have, and I'll add them to the read. Okay, KM. KM in the house. Okay, there's some sense of a sacrifice here. Like, it's almost like you're looking at life and going, okay, do I need to make these sacrifices? Skiing with my son on another trip in Colorado skiing where I thought DM would be here. We are no texting since, yeah. Well, she had her baby photos yesterday. She cracks me up. She's like, I'm going to get my baby photos done. That's what she's calling me about. She got them done in the water. I'll have to share some photos. That's okay. Yeah. So, did you get your contract? I'll just keep it hush-hush. We won't go any further. Okay, you're making sacrifices. You're making it happen. You are making your life happen. You're like, I am making sacrifices, but for good reasons. But other than that, I am not making, any sacrifices. But you are consciously making sacrifices for the bigger picture in your life. You also require, look, this person is coming back from the past. They are coming back. I'm picking a possibility of 2, but again, I do see one in particular who is very strong in your heart, it feels positive psychically. Now, something to do with your love interest. There is, I haven't heard about Nine of Woe. Okay, there appears to be an individual here. How do I explain it? Is this person in a karmic relationship? This person feels like they're in a physical relationship. Something's happening very quickly, though. You also, look, there's two opportunities here. I'm getting two people. We have the Lovers and we have the Knight of Coins, but I'm picking them as two individuals. This path, be it it's this person who is directly tuning into you, and they have like two paths, or they're like in, out. I feel something in that is shifting. I do separately feel there are two energies here. Now, this could simply be that the person who they used to be has changed and they're coming in differently. But something is happening very quickly. But you're also looking at the validity of it. It's like the viability. How far is this going to go with the status quo at this point in time? The way it is this going to happen? Is this going to be lasting? Is it going to be long lasting? This can also be creative projects, but I'm really picking it as romance today. There is a burden that is being dropped down. Emotions that they've had previously, they've been actually keeping you at bay. But I think whatever that wall was, it can move, but I think it's closer to the eclipse. I kind of get, there's almost been like no bugbear. Does that make sense? There's no bugbear, but it's very private, very protective, almost lacking the full depth of feel, if that makes sense. But it does feel like they're turning up as the king. But I feel it feels closer to the eclipse. There's something that's going to shift. Career and everything else, you're making sacrifices to, pay it forward. You're doing your thing. As to a romantic chapter here, what you're doing everything alone, so to speak, and you're able to do that quite effectively. You do want a relationship in your life, but not just for the sake of having a relationship. You're wanting a lot more juice to come out of this circumstance. This person has been quite closed off. I do feel they're pulling their wall down, and I think they're going to come in gently, but I do feel they might be able to express the reasons why this has been so, because it feels like a little white lie has been there about some of the reasons why they haven't been moving towards you. And I feel as they articulate that, it's where they feel more comfortable to express that love. But there has been a wall that they've put up. They've chosen to do that because of maybe some trauma that they've dealt with or something private that they've been going through. But they are coming up as the king. They have had a bit of a crappy run of late. So they've kept it quite private and quite close to their chest, but I think they're moving through it, and there is a possibility of positive communication and more. And I think you're going to be able to handle the conversation adequately. I don't think you're going to be pushy or angry or aggressive. I think you're just going to listen. You do want to work with the person, but the person also does need to make a choice for themselves. You know what I mean? So you're like, if you want to, you want to. If you don't, you don't. Yeah, you're looking at them. You're giving them the batoon so they can be, a DM, if that makes sense. Stella. Let's see. How are you? I don't know. This is either gossip that's coming in. Wish you the best, Star. And have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy your skiing. Okay. Oh, I don't know, Stella. This can be karmic energy. There's a bit of discord. You're getting into some harmony at the moment. There's harmony, there's love, there's okay, this is where I am. There's something coming though that's shifting very quickly. There could be some vibrations coming from the karmic that are a bit toxic. This person could be maybe, yeah, I don't know. There's a bit of discord there. There's a bit of discord there, Stella. It feels a bit out of sync. Yeah, you don't know how they're maintaining it. Yeah, there's communication coming in. You may be able to tell through the body language, but it feels like there's a bit of how would I put it? There's something hidden here. There's something not so peachy and perfect. Karmic's up to something. I don't know. I feel like they're too much. But yeah, but you know what I'm getting? I think this person is planning their exit, but I don't think it's TF. I think it's the karmic. Because we've got all these shifting, I don't know whether they're manipulating something or this is something to do with you. We've got some shady karmics coming up, I think, this month. But this karmic here in particular, there's some discord. Something in that person's changed. There's something not sitting right, more so than usual. They could be bringing up the past. But this person, look, this could be planning their exit, hiding money, not, pretending that everything's perfect, but really conspiring. But something is being conspired against in the background. We've got the world and the karmic card. We've got faithfulness in reverse. We've got joy in reverse. We've got marriage in reverse. This could be a severing of a contract. You also could be thinking this will never happen, even though they're bloody miserable. But I'm actually seeing the polar opposite. This is a very, very messy. Very, very messy. I got some weird feelings about karmics this week. I don't know, still honestly, and I really would not. If you were to look at the karmic, I really don't feel masculine noise, but I do feel the karmic is planning their exit. Could they be planning their exit because they feel that the person isn't directly invested in them? Possibly. Could there be somebody else? Possibly. But, even when I tune, it's weird. All of the cards are showing that there is a third party in the karmic cycle. Not you. Could possibly. Insecurity-wise, yes. But it feels that there's actually a physical third party, if that makes sense. I wouldn't think it myself, Stella, but all the cards that are shown here is either the karmic is either insecure or aware that the person's feelings is not all for them, so they're feeling cheated, or the karmic actually is planning an exit to choose love for themselves because they're feeling cheated out of happiness. Is it money related? It could be money related. It could be, well, I'm going to take my pentacles with me. I'm going to make sure I'm okay. There's something funky here, though. Insecurity and jealousy of you, even though there's nothing to worry about. Yes, I definitely see that. They're arguing quite a bit. No regret. Very very ruthless communication. It's very direct. It's very blunt. And this is where DMs are. Like, I am so tired of having this conversation. I just need to get on my horse and cut this off in my life. Because nothing that they're doing is making this person happy. Not money, not family, not ring, nothing. Nothing is making this person happy. They have high standards, but they're unattainable standards. They're unrealistic standards, and they're just not seeing eye to eye. It's very quiet. He doesn't care whether it stays or goes. Yeah, it's a bit more heavier today, I would say, Stella. It feels heavier today. I don't know what she's up to. She's up to some messed up shit. There's something there that's not okay. It's not kosher. Something's not kosher. Be very careful when you're talking to her. She's up to something. That energy is like somebody throwing somebody on a bus, under a bus. That's how it's feeling. That's about the best way I can describe it. I tell you, I'm going to get some sunglasses for this light. Hi, Dale. Moved in with parents. Just wondered whether... Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at yours. Are you enjoying the move? Are you like, this is the best move of my life? Mind you, not all people have terrible families. We shouldn't presume. But as adults, we do get used to our own space. That's okay, Stella. Okay. I get this creativity coming through with you. Some creativity. What ideas do you have? You got some radical ideas coming up. How close are you to Twin from your location? Cool. You got to have a team to work with you with that terrible dynamic. You know, two people makes a team. One, you're barking up the wrong tree. You're talking to a brick wall. 20 minutes here because it felt close. I'm feeling, oh gosh, there's some reference they're making to where you are to where he is and some other circumstances that they're dealing with. But I get this feeling you are going to be seeing a bit more of that person. I do see business endeavors that you're looking at. This can be creative projects, fitness. There's a lot that you are going to find that you're going to quite enjoy being where you are. They just keep mentioning creativity. Creativity. It could even be fertility. Just be careful. But creativity is coming up very heavily, including children. Are there any children, you know, on that person's side? Because I was picking children as well. Gossip, situation to do with the karmic cycle. I'm on a health kick, started a new job. Yeah, because it felt new. I heard the term children. Look, the karmic doesn't even have to be a romantic partner. It could be a family member. There is a female figure here. You may be getting some gossip in relation to this. Good running track. always makes that easier. When you have a good route that you can actually walk or run and it's pleasant, you're like, yes, I'll get in a routine. You got fertility here, but there is okay, we need to establish who the hell is this person. because there is some gossip coming in. In your heart center, you're ready for a relationship. You have some really wonderful things coming your way. So there is lady luck. You're being assertive. You're moving forward. You're tackling any circumstances. You might have eliminated certain things in your life to put you in the position you're in right now because you felt it was going to help liberate you. So you're making realistic choices. You do feel, yeah, because it feels like a female energy. Moody, a little bit. I can't say controlling because I don't think they directly listen, but the attitude is there, the feeling is there, and it is a feminine energy. So it is I'm feeling like it's a feminine energy. Could be a mother. There is a bit of projection onto them as to what they should be doing. But again, I don't really feel they listen. Do you feel something's hidden from you? They're showing me a board and everything on it's ticked. It's like everything's good. I think he listens to his sister. Yeah, possibly. If that's the one with the kids. Because I was picking kids. I was seeing kids. I was seeing a group. I was seeing an outing. It feels close by to the house. You could actually bump into them if you're out and about. This could be a school holiday. This could be currently. But I'm seeing they may mention in reference to your proximity, their proximity, a group of people. I did see some children. I don't know if they're his or somebody else's, but I saw a group of children, him with them, on an outing. It felt like a family kind of outing. Now, when that happens, energy is fluid. They show me the psychic premonition. I just tell you what I see. Whatever this holdup is with this person, while you have shifted, it is a new chapter for you moving ahead. And it's usually when you tend to see TF more so, okay? It's when we have realigned to what is working with us more. It's almost like in walking our truth, we attract naturally new chapters into our life. You are going to have more potential here, even though you might be thinking it's going to be limited. There is going to be more potential here. You need to keep open-minded. I think it also can be after Easter because we've got the faith card here. You won't be expecting it. Like you're keeping things very simple. You're not expecting like, global change or massive change, but they're actually saying keep the faith because the door is open here. And I do hear that you're going to, I get this feeling you're going to see or hear from them more. And they also mentioned the gym. I don't know why they mentioned the gym. They mentioned the gym. Does this person go to the gym? Are they into fitness? I see a blue building. Dark navy. I don't know what that building's about. You are going to, what's the other thing they're showing me? It might feel slow for a little bit, but it's going to move. Yeah, because I'm saying a blue building. It looks like it could just be the interior, but it's like a dark navy. They definitely that could be his workplace. I don't know. I'm just seeing a physical building. Gym, getting fit, being productive. It's quite close. So don't freak out if things are going very slow, especially because we are moving into the eclipse. Post-eclipse, I do think there's going to be some changes for you. Who do we have next? Allison. His vibe's okay. He looks a bit more buff, even though he did before, but he looks different. Hey, Allison. Nice YouTube channel, lady. That's okay. You're going to be resting, though. You're going to be pretty tired, so just go with the energy. Any heads up about career and lots of dreams lately about counterpart. Not surprised, Venus house activated. Okay, your identity. You're shining bright like a diamond. You got the sun, okay? This can be being out there and people seeing you. Money from the past coming back. This could be a past contract. It could be a client that you dealt with before that has a lot of money. They could be coming back. There could be deals and negotiations going on. You've got the Emperor here in a financial sense. 10 of Cups, you're going up. You're not going backwards. You're going up. Money from the past can be coming back in. And, it could be something as simple as meeting contracts. Do you know what I mean? So it could be you met somebody who's really quite well-to-do, and they end up having a connection, or they keep you in the back of their mind and they return to you. This feels like something to be an ongoing contract, but you're going to have a lot more responsibility on your hands. Relationships are here in the open. You may get an invitation to dinner. You may not be expecting it. It could be an inbox. It might be, would you like to go to dinner? Would you like to catch up? They're making reference to the location being somewhere you have been before. Or it could be a meal you've had before, but it feels somewhere you've gone before. It may be that it is your suggestion upon the request, but I feel this person is going to navigate it. There could also be a honey at work. Be careful. There could be a honey at work. Somebody is finding you quite attractive. You got positivity of relationships. Definitely a come up with cash. You got the gold digger card. We want prenup. It's okay, Ellison. You know what I'm talking about. I'm joking. You have lots of money coming. You want it all. You're focused on your pentacles. Somebody's finding you mighty attractive. This can be a person of the past that you had a separation with. I do feel they're coming in with an offer. I do feel that they're wanting to have a private liaison with you, but it doesn't mean that it has to be something, how would I say it? Let's get down and dirty and I'll see you later in another lifetime. That's not what I'm picking. I'm actually picking this person. I'm hearing the term chivalry, and it feels as though they're going to ask you for dinner, a coffee, or something to that degree. It is coming through classy. It's not coming through cheap and nasty, if you know what I mean. Don Scorpio. Okay, what was the question? Don Scorpio, what is the question? Have fun with that, Alison. He's really meditating. Look, we've got the family tree. Now, could there be a family-related dynamic? There is a possibility. There is some big change. He does know that is going to be a big change. There's something, it could be some big changes that they want to make. But this is a card of time out. This could also be more personal time to be able to spend with you, more personal time to be able to do the things that they want to do with you, to make those changes. But it could also be that there's been a long time in between and there's necessary changes that need to be made, and it's really weighing on their minds. They are thinking back to how things used to be. Yeah, it's so emotional, because when we do feel that very deep connection, sometimes it's almost like we're not believing that the new chapter can be great as well. It wasn't just the past and the small snippets, but very much that the way we are changing does mean we're going to be a better version of ourselves, be able to have better relationships, especially with those individuals that we've been working through for a long time. And this is a connection that really hasn't gone yet. So it still has that budding potential. They feel the same too. Were they apprehensive to a degree? I do feel so, but I think they're working through it. It's like a cycle of life. It is a cycle of life. So there's strong feelings here. There are very strong feelings. They have had a bit of protection up around them, but whenever they spend too far away, usually it is more time for together. Does that make sense? It's like becoming the emperor. What is coming about is they are ascending, and they are feeling that they are more in power of their feelings, how they want to guide the connection forward. I actually think this can be accepting some of the terms. I don't know why they're making mention of that. If you have been in communication with this person, whatever the requests were, needs, desires, it feels like it's been chipping away. But the positive thing is they're coming up as the Emperor. And they do feel that you can read their mind. They're making reference to a celebration season. This could have been a birthday or Easter. They know that you're being patient, and that they also feel that you have a great deal of courage and they want to be like you. They feel a bit silly because some of the plans that they have with you, they do feel they would be very successful. They do feel that that lifestyle, that life could be very relaxing, very enjoyable. There's a bit of courage that's required on their side. They do feel they might have even researched spiritual connections. They've got the destiny energy here. They might have researched it. Like, why do I feel so strong to do with this person? Because they've second-guessed their intuition in the past. They feel very mature at this point in their life. The mature is in the psyche, though. So it doesn't feel it's coming through, how would I say it? Nasty, narcissistic, or anything to that degree. This person actually feels very adult, spiritually, quietly spoken. Very intellectual. Something in them has shifted. Whether this has been over the years or most recently, it feels it has shifted. They do want to move towards you, and the time out can also be a holiday together. Wanting to have a physical holiday together, planning a future, planning, getting away from karmic energy, getting away from the white noise of society. But it's planning down some roots, putting some roots down. If there had been a crossroad, a T-section in the road, they're saying don't stress, because that T-section is getting ironed out so that a solid foundation can be planted and this can be more secure. Yeah, they would like to have a getaway with you. I'm seeing two partners at the top actually being intimate. It's on the top of the tree. It feels like a getaway, a romantic getaway. They're thinking positively of you. There's nothing negative that was coming up in it. They are thinking quite positively. Trust yourself. Trust the instincts. Thank you. So do I do mine for you on here or privately, Giggle? Oh, poor Giggles. Oh, I bloody told you, lady. Communication. There's more communication coming in. They're freaking out that you're leaving them behind. Yep. They're freaking out. Look at the bloody wolf. The wolf. You're going to get communication. This is giving the person time. I'll speak in code. It's giving the person time. I think they've already made their decision. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I will love yous and leave yous and see you hopefully next week. If you do want to join the members live, you'll notice when I do schedule them, it will say members only. By joining the members, you'll be able to come through and have those private super chats. Take care, guys.